Welcome to On the Water TV. I'm your host for today's show, Jay Baver. Today we're headed to northeastern Maine to the frozen waters of East Grande Lake in search of lake trout and salmon. At 22 miles long with a maximum depth of 128 feet, East Grande can be intimidating to a new angler. That's why we teamed up with Tim Jackson from Jack Traps. Tim has been ice fishing these waters for years, and he knew right where to go to keep us in action all day long. We packed all of our gear for a long day on the ice in Arctic conditions and started the day with a beautiful sunrise that lit up the ice shanties dotting the lake and the bald eagles who greeted us as they feasted on cusk left behind by other anglers. In these conditions, shelter from the elements is a must, and portable ice shanties became essential to keeping our camera gear from freezing. Anchoring the shanty to the ice is also a must if you don't want to spend your day chasing it across the ice with every wind gust. With camp established, we next set about drilling enough holes in the ice for 5 tip-ups per angler.
Trash bag, little skate for you.
The primary forage fish in East Grande is smelt, and Tim brought plenty. One of the keys to being successful on this big body of water is presentation of your bait. Tim attaches a swivel from his Maine ice fishing line to 3 to 4 feet of 6-pound test monofilament. He uses a small split shot on the mono to assist with the descent of the bait. Hooks averaging around a size 8 are used, and the smelt is hooked as lightly as possible behind the dorsal fin. Salmon are easy to set up for since they cruise only a few feet under the surface of the ice. Lake trout suspend themselves off the bottom and through the water column. The key to getting your smelt down properly is to let the bait swim away from you. It can take up to 10 minutes to get the smelt to swim down to the proper depth, but be patient. This will prevent the bait from tangling and keep it moving when it gets to your desired depth. Tim also likes to give his leader a nice stretch before beginning the smelt's descent to the strike zone. With all of our tip-ups set up for Lakers and salmon, it wasn't long until Tim got his first flag of the day.
I think we have nothing. Very slimy fish.
Well, Jack thinks he has a cusk on. I've never seen one come through the ice. I've never even seen one alive. Never mind through the ice. Let's see if he's right.
It is a big tool.
Little.
Whoa.
Oh, that's not little.
Little. Oh, no, that's a nice size.
That's a good fish.
10 pounds, isn't it?
Oh,
8 pounds. That fish don't weigh 4 pounds. Oh, come on now. Get some girth. That's 7, 8 pounds. That's at least 5. That's 6 pounds, probably. 5, 6 pounds.
Yeah, 5 anyway.
He's showing his tail.
Yeah, that's little.
You just set this trap?
I just picked it up.
It's probably the smell
Put
of
it
him.
down. I think he was laying there with
over
it.
there. Probably ought to smell.
Rosie, you said the flag went up. I was looking behind me.
I know.
I didn't even know this was up. Come here, Charlie. Don't want to hurt you.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, wow.
6 pounds.
That's 6 pounds.
That's a beautiful fish.
Pull that line tight.
That is a beauty. Look at the size of that togue, also known as lake trout. Member of the char family. It's not a true trout. And that is a beautiful one.
He's pretty. He's healthy.
Let's get a few pictures and send them back in the hole. What do you think?
Very good.
Oh, there he goes. No time for photos.
He wanted to go.
He wanted to go back in. What you got, Penny? What was it set for? Set for salmon?
There aren't too many women who are passionate about ice fishing, but my new friend Penny is not only into it, she's pretty darn good at it too.
Yeah, Penny. What was it set for? Set for salmon?
Wow.
Took a lot of line.
Yeah, it's heavier than that last one, I'll tell you. Oh yeah. Much big.
Why?
Wow, that's beautiful. Whoa! Another salmon. Beautiful.
17 anyways. We'll make...
He was a racer, wasn't he?
Wow.
We'll have something for the table.
Yep.
Is that a legal fish? Yeah.
We released some of the salmon we caught, but the ones we kept for the table were delicious.
Here with my new friend Kevin Rosenberg, and we got a screamer.
Yeah, taking off with the deep balls.
This was set up for salmon.
Yes.
So this was set up a few feet under the ice. And boy, the way this reel's going, might have something on here.
There's some bubbles coming out.
Give you a hand whenever you're ready.
He swung all the way out around. Yeah,
Going this way?
Yeah.
These fish took so much line that it was a necessity to have someone re-spooling as you took the fish in.
Come closer now. Fight. 5 pounder.
Got a couple of nice salmon today. Hopefully this is another one. Took a lot of line.
Lot of line.
Did.
Wow.
Probably a racer. Hopefully it's a big boy. Either that or a big boy.
So you guys are saying then that sometimes the small ones, they've got all the spirit. Well, where I'm used to ice fishing,
Get some line.
this doesn't happen as far as this much line.
Yeah. He's racy.
Not a wind.
There we go. We're coming to the leader. He's swinging around a little bit now.
Get up here.
You don't like that hole. Light leader.
Oh,
Small salmon.
Salmon.
Racer.
Yep. That's a racer.
that's a beauty.
I had watched a lot of fish come through the ice already, but I hadn't gotten any flags yet when some distance away, a far flag on one of my traps was up.
There you go. Well, I just got my first flag of the day, and I was spooled by the time I got out of here. There was no line left on this reel. I set the hook real quick. There's a sizable fish on here. I would be guessing it's a lake trout. So, oh boy, this is a sizable fish. I can feel the pumping, and this is gonna take a while. Stay tuned because this is gonna be something if we get it through the hole.
Easy. You might make it go. Okay. Now don't pull it. Just lead it on. Lead it on.
Oh yeah, there's something big on there. This is I am not used to playing fish like these guys do. There's a very light leader on the end of this, and I'm gonna have to let this fish go. I'm used to using steel direct to the ice fishing line. He's going. Here he comes. He's coming a little bit. There was a redfin shiner on here as bait. We're using smelt primarily, but they had a couple of secret weapons, and it produced a strike. Oh, and the fish it's coming up. Oh,
he spooled him. When we got here, he spooled. He had to grab it real quick.
Well, I thought it was into the back end because the spool is kind of brown, but then I noticed there was only a knot left. We're fishing here. We're at East Grande Lake. We're fishing for salmon, lake trout, maybe a cuss. This could be the world record cuss. You never know. You don't think so? Well, my new friends here seem to think that it's a togue. Like I was saying, there is some very light leader on the end of this. I think it's 8-pound test, and that's the marker right there. You can see that fish took off a couple hundred, however much line was on there. It was all gone.
225 feet.
225 feet. Here comes Jack from Jack Traps. And we're using all Jack Traps today. These are really nice. They are made for this kind of fishing. The only thing I'm scared about is that light leader. Here he comes.
Steady. Get a big swivel on there. Watch him catch on the ice.
Yeah.
Doing a hell of a job.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh, nice fish. Nice fish.
Nice fish on there.
Nice fish.
We just saw him swim by the hole.
Nice.
All right, Jack.
Easy now, easy.
Oh,
Easy,
baby.
easy. Let him go again.
Yep.
Let him go again.
Let him tire himself out, right?
Nice one.
Jay Baver.
Nice one.
You get a look at him. He's hooked pretty good.
Let's see if we can get him to swim by the hole here. Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
That 6-pound test should hold him. You keep off the edge of the ice.
So we're only fishing 6-pound test. That's my comfort levels.
That bubble. Did I tell you about the bubble? Remember? You see bubbles, you got a big one.
Okay.
This fish was down 70 feet.
Right, here he goes.
This is a nice fish. You'd be more comfortable standing
Yeah,
up.
go over.
Okay.
In a direct line across there. Get
All right.
Got all day to catch this fish.
That's right. I am going to take my time here.
It's a tail walker. Watch him. The tail walker.
Let's go. Now, can you tail land these fish?
No.
Okay, there's his head. Should I try or let him tire out?
No, just keep him tight. Just keep him tight. When he comes in, lead him into the hole. Don't pull him.
All right.
This is a fairly good size one.
I'll grab my line.
Okay, let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go. He's 7-8 pounds.
Well, like I was saying, this is Jack's territory. We're on his lake, using his gear, fishing for his fish. He knows how to do it, so I am going to let him assist me. We want to get a look at this guy. This is the dance that I've been hearing about. Jack's friends here told me he likes to dance around the hole when he's got a fish on, and I can see why, because with this light leader, you want to keep it straight into the hole. You don't want it rubbing on the edge.
Heavy. Heavy one. Oh yeah, he did. Record fish. Just kind of lead him to it. We've got no ice. It makes it hard to get him in the hole, but Here it comes. Easy now, easy. 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 He might make it go. Okay, now don't pull him, just lead him up. Lead him up. All right! All right, there's a fish.
Yes, we are.
My first Laker through the ice turned out to be my biggest
At
ever.
the size of that trout.
We experienced every type of winter weather you could imagine in one day on the ice at East Grande, and the fish bit all day long with multiple salmon, some fish lost at the hole, and firsts for some of my friends.
All right. Boy, this is acting pretty strange.
It might be a cut.
Yeah. Well, we think we have a Kusky on. We don't know. Things are heating up here on Fishing New England. Might be 20 below, but we have something to keep us. Let me try to clean that hole for you. Ooh.
Roy Leva was searching for his first Laker through the ice, and a midday flag put him on a big fish. Though he thought it might be a cusk, it turned out to be a big fat toad, which was his first through the ice, and he promptly released it back into the water.
All right. Yeah. All right. Roy, your first lake trout through the ice.
Until he gets tight.
Yep.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Whenever the fishing is good, we like to let our cameramen in on some of the fun, and today was no different. This toad turned out to be a few ounces bigger than mine, weighing in at 8.5 pounds.
Whoa.
Good job.
Wow, what an incredible day of ice fishing. I urge any of you who are looking for a wintertime adventure to come check out northern Maine in the winter. It has world-class ice fishing. We caught lake trout and salmon all day long. We're going to start picking up here on East Grande Lake. I'd like to do a special thanks to Tim Jackson at Jack Traps for leading us on this adventure. And if you'd like to learn more about today's show or ice fishing, check out onthewater.com. And from all of us here at On the Water Magazine's Fishing New England, we hope to see you on the water.
Today's show is brought to you by Lowrance. We lead, we find, you win.